5 for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands, and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. Nebraska baseball finishes their weekend in Arizona with a 2-2 record as they come back to the frozen tundra of Lincoln. The Huskers dropped their final game to Grand Canyon University by a score of 3-1, despite a strong start from Jackson Brockett. Brockett got the no decision after going 6 innings, allowing 6 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 3. Drew Christo came in relief and allowed 2 runs in 1 1/3 innings, picking up the loss. Nebraska struck first with a run in the first inning on a Dylan Carey groundout that brought Caden Brumbaugh in to score. GCU then got a solo homer in the 5th and 2 runs off a double in the 8th to get the win. The Huskers will head back south, this time to Louisiana, for a 3-game set with the Ragin' Cajuns starting on Friday, February 21st. In the other stickball sport, Nebraska softball earned 2 conference honors, with Ava Cusack and Jordy Ball bringing home co-Big Ten Player of the Week and co-Big Ten Pitcher of the Week, respectively. Cusack hit .643 with 6 home runs in 5 games, as Nebraska went 5-0 at the Troy Cox Classic. Cusack homered in 4 of Nebraska's 5 games, including tying the Nebraska Big Ten record with 3 home runs as part of a 4-for-4 day against Montana in the final game of the tournament. Ball went 2-0 in her 2 appearances in the circle, both starts, tossing 10 shutout innings and allowing only 2 singles while striking out 13 batters. One of her starts, versus Montana, she tossed a no-hitter, her 4th of her college career and 1st in a Huskers uniform. Nebraska gets back on the dirt Thursday, February 20th, against number 24 Baylor at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Both Huskers basketball teams will be in action this Wednesday. The men get more Sky Miles as they head to State College to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions at 5:30. That game can be seen on Big Ten Network. The women look to right the ship, having lost 3 of their last 4 contests with a home game versus the Oregon Ducks. That game is the annual Play for K Pink Game, promoting cancer awareness. You can watch that game at 7:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
I say, brrr. I say now, brrr. All right, welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours radio. It is cold, 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 cold. And I ask myself for the next 2 days when I wake up, why do I live in Nebraska and it's this cold outside? I don't know. Maybe I just love Husker football, or maybe I just love Nebraska, period.
You one of the two.
I don't know. Every day, especially now, it looks miserable outside. It looks like it's just cold out there for no reason. We're not in Alaska. We're not in the Arctic.
We need cold.
We're in the Arctic blast right now.
We need cold. Nothing wrong with cold. I don't know.
We need water. We just need the ice. We just need the ice, the snow. We don't need the cold weather with it.
Well, you can't keep the snow without the cold.
This is beyond cold. All right.
It's not beyond cold.
Whatever. You know what? I got a bone to pick with you.
What?
Why are you out in the snow like a little kid? Huh?
I shouldn't have. I paid the ultimate price because I don't feel well because of it.
You're setting a bad example for the kids. Okay?
What are you talking about?
You're out there drifting in the parking lot in your truck, talking about, yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Oh, you want me to go the other side? Yeah, the other side now. I've seen you. So look at this guy.
You are
just.
Where's your
brother? I'm the big brother now. Okay, you just listen.
Where's your rat head at? Where's your rat helmet?
What rat helmet?
You just ratted me out.
It's on Facebook. I didn't rat you out. You went live. What do you mean? You have 200, almost 400 views. How am I ratting you out?
I gotta erase it, man. I don't know.
That's just fun times with Vershan.
No, I love the snow, and I did a bunch of. I see you guys some more pictures. I had to clean off all the cars yesterday, and then I got a few properties that I had to go and snow blow and do all that stuff. So I was outside literally yesterday after the show till when you saw me, probably 11, 12 o'clock. And I don't know. I love the snow. We play football in the snow. We get all bundled up, put your socks on your hands, you get gloves on, put socks on, and then we used to go play football. So I love the snow. But I did too much. I'm about to be 50. I can't do that anymore.
You already did it.
Let me be honest. I've been doing cookies in that parking lot since I was 16 years old. That very same parking lot. 16. Now, the Monte Carlo I did cookies in it. On my way home, the wheels fell off. But here's what I'm saying, is I just love the snow. I love. When's the last time you went sledding?
Never.
You've never went sledding?
Don't plan on it, neither.
Bach. When was the last time you went sledding, Bach?
I just took my son the other day. He was interested in doing it.
Was it a big hill?
Yeah, we've this one. I don't necessarily like it either, so I did it for him. So I just found the closest hill. So this one wasn't too big, but
are you manhandling that child, Bach? Are you?
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to make a big trip out of it. I want to take a few things down the hill, and I'm cold, so I wanted to leave.
You should take him down a hill that makes him never want to go sledding again.
Man, you guys are terrible, terrible human beings if you never went sledding. Bach, you don't like sledding, so you took him on a little shrimp hill. What hill did you take him to, Bach?
There's a school that's close to us. There was the hill there. It was all right. I mean, he's almost 4. He's 3 years old, so it's probably safer anyway.
You trying to scare the life out of him, ain't you, Vershan? What do you mean? Go down a big hill.
I mean, what are you talking about? Any kid worth his salt that grew up in Nebraska, when I grew up in Nebraska, because right now, this is not normal, okay? What we're seeing out there is not normal. Normal is it's snow on the ground from about December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all the way till February.
Well, I seen it in March.
All the way to February.
March.
No, all the way to February.
March.
Oh, whatever. My point is,
I seen it snow in Nebraska in April.
Hmm?
well, yeah, but I'm saying snow used to be on the ground. While you talking about, oh, it's cold. It used to be snow and cold a month, 30 days straight. So, when I see the kids getting out of school, like my grandkids, they all got out of school. And I'm like, for what? This is the second day. Okay, yesterday I can understand. Today? Why are we out of school? Oh, it's too cold.
Some kids have to walk to school in this stuff, man. It's too cold.
I protect the kids. I'm with that first. I'm just simply saying to you, you had a horrible upbringing. And for you to be in Nebraska for 8 years and never go sledding,
10, sir.
and for you to play for Nebraska and never went sledding, something's wrong with that picture.
This guy said I had a horrible upbringing. Hey, see, first of all, I don't like roller coasters. So what make you think I'm a like sledding down a hill?
That's the difference. This is completely different than a roller coaster.
Well, no, nothing's different than a roller coaster.
Yes, it is.
It's still going top speed. I don't like anything that goes fast.
Sir, you go fast. How do you don't like yourself?
I mean, I'm talking about super fast. Like a roller coaster.
You never done snowboarding?
No,
nothing snow.
nothing.
Right? Skiing?
No.
I got
a country boy. I'm from the country.
Just don't like the snow one bit.
Yeah, no.
Fair enough. I don't much either.
I hybrid. I sleep more in the winter than I sleep, and I'm a sleepy person, so I sleep a lot. But lately, I can go to sleep around 6 and wake up at 3 in the morning, and then do my and then go to work. So I like to take a nap before I work. I got to refresh myself, especially waiting till 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is a long time to wait, especially when I'm used to waking up early.
What's the best hill in Lincoln to sled down? Is there a good hill in Lincoln?
Probably that hill over there where Holmes Lake.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think. Pioneers Park, they've got some pretty good. They've got like a thing set up that you can go down.
Because in Omaha, there's hills everywhere. There's all kind of hills you can go and hit. And Nathan Hill is the best hill. Okay. If you want to go sledding, go to Nathan Hill.
Tanker Hill in Air Park.
Where?
Tanker Hill.
Okay. That's Air Park. Got you. Yeah.
Pioneers Park.
Okay, so guys, let's talk a little sports for a minute. I want to get on this Richie thing because Richie's a friend of mine. And when the whole thing came out years ago, I remember we spoke about it. We talked about it. And a lot of guys felt like Richie was a certain type of way. And I kept saying, I've known Richie his entire career at Nebraska. And Richie has always hung with the brothers. He's always been a part of the family. And it never struck me that Richie Incognito, if you really understood what his last name was, okay, it wasn't Incognito. You can put the rest with that if you want to. But my point was, for this guy to come out and say this 11 years later that he lied, like, what are we to believe for the truth? Did you guys believe that was true 11 years ago when it came out?
I mean, that's the problem, is that he found somebody that it would be believable against. I mean, Richie Incognito, it wasn't that hard to believe because Richie Incognito got kicked out of Nebraska. He fought just about everybody here, spent a week at Oregon, wasn't able, got kicked out of Oregon. And then, so, I mean, he was voted at one time, I think, that his character said, is the dirtiest player in the league. So, I mean, he's just got a lot of, he's got a reputation, if you will. And so that's why it wasn't all that hard to believe that he would do some bullying. It was always a little bit, though, like, that kind of started I believe that started kind of the old, no more. And I guess it was a little bit earlier, but it kind of shone a big light on the anti-bullying, that we saw Pat Fitzgerald get in trouble for at Northwestern, freshmen coming to campus and doing what you will, hazing, all that sort of stuff. That that was kind of that big story that kind of brought it to light. Hey, this is outdated. We shouldn't do this anymore. But it was easy enough to believe that it could. If there's anybody in the league, or at least a Nebraska grad, Richie would be the guy depended on. So, it's very tough and frustrating that this happened to him. But yeah, I mean, it was believable.
Yeah, it was for people that don't know Richie. Right. And I thought they kind of threw the race card in there too, right? A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a race card there.
Saying he used the N-word, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, back then, I never believed it for 1 second. Okay. So you got the, what's the baseball team? The Negro League baseball? Is that what that is? They got the Negro League, right? So we can say Negro League, right?
Yeah.
Well, Richie's nickname back when he was at Nebraska was Richie Incognito. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I never told that story. I never told that story. But I always, when I heard it, I was like, that's not like Richie. That's just that. Is Richie a Christian Peter type? Yep. Is he a powder keg? Yep.
Be a good fight.
Oh my gosh.
That
would be a heck of a fight. I would love to see that one.
Because Christian didn't have nobody to fight back. That'll fight him back.
No, not really.
So that would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one. That one would have been a good one. But
I would have paid to see that.
Me too. I still would pay to see that one today. But I thought about Richie, and I thought about the times we had together, and I just for the life of me, I couldn't understand why Richie would wait till he went to the Miami Dolphins. He got a bunch of money. All of a sudden, now he's going to turn into this guy. It didn't make sense. People who got money don't turn into a even worse version of a guy who's broke. No, they don't. That locker room, it just made no sense. And I feel bad for people who get lied on like that. There's a lot of people who get lied on like that, and the truth never, ever comes out. So for the guy, Jonathan, to 11 years later, I don't know why he did it. You guys know why he did it? Why do you think he did that? Why do you think he fell on this sword 11 years later?
Well, he's trying to make up for what he's done. But to why he originally did it is kind of the big question. Felt like maybe he's fallen out of the league, needed something, but it's just, it's tough to say. There's no great reason as to why you would do that. And what, to your point though, it's sad because, I think us here in Nebraska, we see the story and go, oh, that's interesting. Now Richie Incognito should be cleared from all this. But in reality, it's at the bottom of a ticker, or people are going to forget that this part of it ever came out. And so when they hear Richie Incognito, they're still going to go back to, oh, that was the bowling scandal guy. Mm-hmm. And, that's going to stick with him for the rest of his career, or the rest of his life, right? His career is over. But that's, sometimes it's tough, even if you come out and try to make amends for it. And that's why, Richie, I wouldn't blame him if he never spoke a word to Jonathan Martin again.
They can.
He played, though. Here's the deal. NFL obviously knew the truth. How long did Richie play after that?
He played a long time, but I think he had to sit out a whole year in at least the final 8 games. So it did cost him quite a bit.
Yeah.
And when he did return, he was still at a Pro Bowl level. So, that's the thing. If he came back and he was, I won't say expendable, but even, starter type, but maybe close to backup. The reason why I was able to keep playing is because how darn good he was. If he wasn't that good, then this really would have taken his career, down, flushed it down the toilet.
Well, he's still going to have that other label as, the dirtiest player. They can take out the bullying part, but why wait 11 years? That's
let me just say this, okay? Was I dirty? Was I a dirty player?
Yeah.
Or were you a dirty player?
Me?
No, you.
Sometimes.
Well, that makes you a dirty player then.
Depends who we playing.
Okay. Every player that I know that has played football, for the most part, at some point has done something a little cheap shottish, a little dirty. Okay?
Nah, not that.
You can say what you want. You can say when you say the dirtiest player, that you already talked about under the piles, what y'all was doing under the piles. What was y'all doing in the piles?
Playing grab butt.
Okay, so is that dirty?
See who can squeal like a pig.
Well, that's dirty. That's dirty.
Well, it's just called under the pile drama. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. Did Richie do a little bit of extra stuff? Yeah, but was he a dirty player? There's a lot of players that are dirty.
Well, we seen a baby incognito last year when we watched film of a recruit that we got. So we do have a baby incognito on our roster here.
Okay, I wasn't a dirty player. I wasn't a dirty player.
Yeah, you wasn't dirty like that.
No,
I
wasn't
you
dirty.
probably did some cheap stuff. But the dirtiest thing I can say you probably did when you spit. That was probably it. I mean,
and I told on myself. I only did that once.
Yeah, but stomping and twisting ankles and stepping on people's shins and stuff like that. That's dirty. That's dirty.
Okay,
yeah,
that's dirty.
I'm
not a dirty player.
Punching people in the stomach under the pile. That's normal. It's just like fighting for a fumble. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
I couldn't have been under the bottom of that pile. I would not want to be the recipient of a pinch.
Well, I'm claustrophobic, so I gotta hurry up and get up out of there. You know, it's smelly up under there. It stinks. You know, just it's like lineman sweat. You know, that's the worst kind of sweat of football. A lineman sweat on you. All right, when we come back on the show, we're going to talk about a coach who got a $160,000 raise.
For what?
Only on the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter. But it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger. And future stronger you can get started now by saving $28 or more when you join today. You in? We have all the best in-class equipment you could ever need to keep stepping it up. And free fitness training to help you mix up your routine. Plus, most clubs are open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th. See Home Club for details.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yep. Do 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 do. Yeah. All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio.
Hold on, Terrell.
Evan Bart, huh?
Hold on before you go there. I want to close this out because you got a bunch of texters and we don't want to leave them out. Robbie in Iowa says, so it's not dirty if in a pile because you can't see it.
You just look at the colors. Who jersey?
Yeah, okay. So it's not dirty though. Big Haas says this. Hey, good afternoon, guys. My question is, do you think Richie Incognito is a Hall of Famer in the future? Absolutely not. They won't give it to him regardless. They just won't give it to him. Now, maybe they apologize and say, okay, we're sorry that we did this to you and we listened to this guy. Didn't he get suspended? You said he got suspended?
Yeah, at least for those final 8 games. And I believe he missed the 2014 season.
The entire season?
I believe so. I'm trying to go back and look.
If I was a smart man, I'd go back and get them 8-game checks.
Man, I would too at this point.
Yeah.
Gingerbread and that year. What are you talking about? The year too. Gingerbread man says, dude ruined the Dolphins O-line. Yeah, well, they believed him. So my question to you is, when somebody falsely accuses a person and 11 years later they say, oh, by the way, I was lying. What happens at that point? Nothing? Somebody help me. What happens?
Nothing you can do. It's just like a person being accused of a crime, being locked up for 25 years, then they let go.
Oh, that's a good question. Gus Mohawk asks, who's winning the fight between Christian Peter, Sue, or Richie Incognito? Also, am I forgetting anybody that should be mentioned as one of the toughest Husker players of all time? Or who would you want as a tag team partner?
Dwayne Harris.
Yeah, you're missing Dwayne. But I don't know. Christian and Sue would be hard to beat. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Christian and Sue as tag team, they need to go. They're too old now. So I don't think so. Anyway, go ahead.
Dominic Guerrero had a pretty mean streak to him. If you had, and they were.
He's not big enough. He ain't big enough. I like Dom. Dom's got that. You know, I think you got it. You got to throw Lawrence Phillips in there. Yeah, you're right. 3.581. You definitely got to throw Lawrence Phillips in there. Matter of fact, I would take Lawrence Phillips and Christian Peter over anybody. Actually,
yeah, you better.
I go Dwayne Harris, aka Debo, and Lawrence Phillips. I would. But that would be hard for me to say that they would be able to. That would be a good matchup. The Peter boys against those two guys. Lawrence Phillips, he nullifies the weight. The weight doesn't matter at that point.
What about the Peter brothers versus Richie and Dominique?
Well, now that would be good. That would be good. That would be a good one.
Yeah. Be hard to hold them back.
Old Dad 34 says, how do you get bullied when you're that big is my question. It's very easy. It's always the little guys bullying the big guys. It's just, and sometimes you get a big guy bullying a little guy. I'm not saying that don't happen. The bully ain't bigger. But I've seen a lot of times a little guy bully a big guy, and the big guy can beat up the little guy, but mentally and in his heart, he's little. I think that's what happens to us at Nebraska sometimes on the football field. We look the part, we're big, but we're missing the heart and the mental. Go ahead, Terrell.
I just don't see how a little guy can bully a big guy. I mean, it's football. I don't see bullying in football. I see football just as a contact sport. I don't see any bullying. Talking.
Are you can't bully me. Get a shirt. You get a shirt.
What you mean?
You're telling me there ain't no bullying in football. You get a shirt.
On the field?
On and off the field.
Probably off the field, but ain't nobody bullying me on the field. Nah, that would never happen. Terrell, I'm gonna be the bully on the field.
You're talking about you, and you were protected.
I'm just saying though, that's football though. I mean, you can get bullied off the field, but this is a contact sport. I mean, you gotta. I don't know, man. You gotta really be a terrible player if you don't want to get bullied. If you're 6'7", and you're gonna let a little 5'10" guy bully you.
Yeah, if he's stronger than you, then he will, and if he got more heart than you, then he will. And let me just tell you something. I can name a list of guys that I bullied out on the football field. I can name a list of them. I don't want to do that. I ain't trying to call nobody out. But there's some guys who played in the NFL that got drafted in the second round that I used to bully. You want to guess? Did I give you enough for you to guess?
What'd you say?
I said there's guys that I bullied right out there in Nebraska at practice every day.
I mean, it's
And-
easy to
and
bully
some
a
of the
scout.
guys-
It's
hold up a
easy to
second.
bully a scout team guy.
Hold up a second. You're not hearing me. I said I bullied a guy. Now, I didn't bully him his whole career, but I did bully him. I bullied a guy that got drafted in the second round. Who is it? Who was it?
Who was it? Mike Rucker?
The only guy you can say.
Mike Rucker?
Mike Rucker. I bullied Mike Rucker on the football field for about a year and a half. And when Mike Rucker got bigger,
Mike
faster.
came to his game probably about the end of my junior year. So that'd be like the end of your sophomore year.
Well, it would have been my red shirt. It would have been my junior year, in school.
Yeah.
But yeah, red shirt sophomore. So anyway, but I'm saying Mike Rucker, I'm gonna give you a Mike Rucker story. So Mike was quiet, right? And I think a lot of times we take that quietness for weakness. And so him and you remember E-Nut?
Yeah.
Remember was you there when they started fighting?
Rucker was my roommate.
Was you there when him and E-Nut got
No.
into the fight? I don't
I
think
don't
he was
think
there
so.
because it was in the North locker room. Well, Mike Rucker kept saying, man, just leave me alone. He kept saying, just leave me alone. I don't want to fight. We never know Mike as being a fighter. But guess what? He kept picking, and before you knew it, Mike Rucker exploded and opened up a can of the sweetest whoop you know what that you could ever see in your life. And I think that was the moment that Mike understood, hey, I ain't never getting bullied again. And he started being Mike Rucker. Probably in the NFL, one of the most feared defensive ends in his time during that era. I don't want to take all the credit. I'm just saying I bullied him for about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on the field.
I raised him.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
You know how roommates talk. Hey, you got to get on the field with me, dude. That's what I told him and Wilkes. Y'all got to get on the field with me, dude. It's great. Then when they start playing more, hey, then the whole house lived great.
Hey, what did you do different? What's going on? You look different.
Who?
Yeah.
I look great, don't I?
What you do? You got a haircut?
I shaved my beard down a little bit.
Oh, that's
I didn't cut it off. I just shaped it up. And, yeah, I look great. Feels great.
All right, we'll talk about. You said EJ Barthel. We'll talk little EJ after this.
All
EJ.
right. 93.7 The Ticket to the fastest 2 hours on radio. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last. Husker Nation, it's your last chance to see Nebraska women's hoops in Pinnacle Bank Arena before they head to the Big Ten tournament. Head down to Pinnacle Bank Arena on Sunday, February 23rd at 2 p.m. to watch the Husker women's basketball team compete against Washington. It's senior night, so help them thank the seniors by creating a loud and proud sea of red in the stands. Get your tickets today for as low as $10. Head to huskers.com/tickets to secure your seats today.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen, Stein Stamina, and much more. Bach beer will be flowing, and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m., and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $5 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for this Saturday's Bachfest.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey Terrell.
Yeah.
Before you do it, Bach, do you have the Tom Cruise line, "Show Me the Money"?
I can pull it up, probably.
Can you pull that up real quick before Terrell starts his descent down this crazy alleyway he's about to go down? Everybody's getting paid, baby. They might as well retro us champions some money back. They doling it out. You got it?
I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
That's
you
right.
can find it later. We'll play it later. Go ahead, Terrell.
All right. Let's get started. Where we at? Okay.
EJ.
Nebraska Nebraska running back coach E.J. Barthel has a significant raise. He goes from $293, $550 to $450. That's a $157,000 raise right there. When I talk about the running backs got to be one of the positions that really hasn't shown its full potential here in 2 years. Not even came close to the 950-some yards that Anthony Grant had by himself combined. 2 running backs have, but I don't think the running back is one of the stables positions we got on this team. It's a little concerned about the running backs room, not in running backs in general, but the room is not very. Besides Emmett Johnson, he's the only guy that has enough experience, and his is probably one full game he probably played as a starter bot.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely Nebraska's most veteran back, but yeah, there was the Illinois game last year. They didn't even play him, so it was just kind of getting finally to the point where he's the starter. And of course, he even had a little bit in the offseason, I think, or a thought or two about maybe leaving Nebraska and testing his market. So it's interesting. Obviously, for some context of people, this isn't coming out of nowhere. There were other teams, Penn State and Texas, that he reportedly had some talks with about some of their open positions. So this might be a little bit of being able to show that, bring that back to your employer. Usually that can help if you've got some other people after you. But
that's all you got to do. Is that all you got to do? Is just tell them that, hey, the competitor is interested in me.
Yeah, that'll help.
That's how that works.
That'll generally help. But it doesn't feel like, I know, like most Nebraska fans are kind of thinking, doesn't seem like we've got the most out of the running back position the last couple of years.
What are you talking about? You didn't get the most out of nothing. You didn't get the most out of the quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. You didn't get the most out of the offense. So
yeah, most of the offensive staff is gone. I mean, that's what's kind of the interesting part is, they're reshuffling the offensive staff. Him and Raiola would be the only ones in their original positions, right? Of course, Coach Sat still originally part of that offensive staff, but he's been downgraded to the tight end coach. But
that was an upgrade for him. That's not a downgrade. Oh, buddy, if you can get paid like you're an offensive coordinator to coach the tight ends, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. You got less responsibility. Now you just got to focus on one, the tight ends. So they should be great, right? We got an offensive coordinator that's the tight ends coach. They should be great, right? He makes $1.4 million. They should be great, right? You gave your running backs coach a raise, right? We didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher in the bullpen. You didn't even know how many running backs did we use last year? I mean,
primarily.
No. I'm saying in a game, because we only blew one team out. How many running backs do we use average a game in the first half of the season? Go ahead, Bob. Sorry to cut you off.
I'm just saying that Ramir kind of got some time in there. Obviously, wasn't a whole lot of Gabe Ervin, but he got some goal line situational carries.
Sure did.
Of course, Emmett Johnson more often than not in the Illinois game. And, of course, Dante Dowdell.
All right. Now, back up. Go to last year. What happened last year? How many running backs did we use?
3.
3?
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
Ramir.
Yeah.
Dowdell and
no, last year, not this past year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was more Grant, Emmett Johnson, Gabe Ervin. Ramir only got about 12 carries that year, so I don't know if you'd say.
But Ramir was a part of that. He was a part.
Yeah, he got injured early, so that was the problem there.
That's 4 backs again. So if you're using 4 backs, you don't know who you're running. Who's your starter? Who's the guy? Why did Emmett Johnson? Why was he willing to leave? Do we know? What was it? Was it money? Or was it playing? Or was it how he was being played?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be speculation based on what we see, but it could be playing time. Like I said, going into the offseason last year, of course, they brought in Dowdell when Emmett Johnson, by the end of 2 years ago, looked like the best running back on the roster. If they were going to do that again, then at some point you say, well, if I'm your best back 2 years in a row, maybe at some point I'm just the back to go with. But they, if they weren't going to do that, now and I don't know, maybe that's why they didn't go get another running back out of the portal. Is maybe Emmett wanted to tell them, hey, I'm the guy, right? Like at some point, make me the guy. But
you don't have, unless these freshmen are phenomenal. You think you got you? I hear what you're saying, but
well, I don't think that's necessarily the best plan. But that's kind of what they have moving forward. That's why I think a lot of people, I wouldn't say puzzled or and again, it's not our money. There's a lot of money being handed over there to the university a lot of different ways. So it's not a big deal to me. But as far as like, okay, how big of a deal would it have been? What if the news today was EJ Barthel takes job at Texas? What would that? I mean, how would our reaction do you think would be to that?
Nothing. We got to find a good running back coach.
Oh,
yeah. How did he make it over there to Texas? What was they thinking? Oh, he must have. Oh, that's right. The offensive coordinator he worked for at Rutgers.
But when you talk about great running backs at other schools, you talk about their two-headed monster, the Penn States, the Notre Dames, the Ohio States, the Texas, the Georgias. They play 3-4 running backs.
It can happen in tandems. It can happen with singles.
Well, we haven't seen
We ain't seen one running back just get off consistently.
Probably Gentry, but that was at Boise State, though. If you look at every other team, even Cam Scatterbo, he got a backup. He has to take relief. But,
but we know who the starter is.
Yeah.
You ain't going and you're not going to pick the backup over Scat.
Yeah. And see, the thing at Nebraska, we always think, oh, just because this guy is in on the first play, he's a starter. That's not the case. Because we've seen that before, how a guy opened up the game and he only had 2 carries for the rest of the game. But, usually great teams has that 2-back tandem, and you got to have a 1-2 punch.
Let me ask y'all a serious question. In the last 2 years, what's the best running back we recruited? Because we didn't recruit Emmett Johnson, okay? Emmett was not their recruit. All right? So now, take Emmett out the equation. Who's the best running back that we've recruited?
Dardell.
Okay. That's it?
That's the only one we've seen in the last
Quite Knives?
Yeah. We haven't seen him that much.
Yeah.
Well, somebody chose Dowdell. Somebody chose him. Somebody chose him. Right? Just like somebody chose the quarterback, Jeff Sims.
See, here's the thing. I see what you're saying. See, Dowdell actually, what if Dowdell actually goes there and develops? He don't need too much work. He needs a little work. But what if he goes to Kentucky and do like, who's the other guy that
run for 1,000?
Run for 1,500. Then what you say?
Wandale Robinson.
Wandale Robinson. This is what I'm saying. If he could go to Kentucky, rushes for 1,500 yards.
Well, he ran. He went to receiver.
No. But I'm saying,
yeah.
Dowdell goes to Kentucky this year. What if at the end of next year he leads the SEC in rushing 1,500 yards, and then we look crazy because then we're going to say, well, what happened? What happened at Nebraska? What happened at Nebraska? Who looks like the bigger fool then, Bob?
Well, that obviously wouldn't reflect well on Nebraska staff. I don't know if I see that happening.
You don't. When they're Robinson, you didn't see him going to catch 100 yards at Kentucky.
I mean, there was. He was definitely a higher.
I knew he could catch, but you didn't expect him to catch 100 balls.
I didn't expect him to lead the SEC, perhaps.
Yeah,
he did have a little bit more little more oomph to him, I suppose, going over to Kentucky than Dowdell. But one way or the other, it's just, I don't know if you've got the best production out of the running room the last 2 years, right? I mean, 2 years ago, you had the quarterback lead the team in rushing. He inherited Anthony Grant, close to 1,000-yard rusher, and Grant didn't look anything close to like that, in his final season.
And you didn't play him.
Well, and then this last year, you didn't play Emmett. One of your losses, they didn't seem to kind of identify who was their best runners, the best times to put them in. They were just kind of shuffling everybody. So it's a little bit frustrating. 2 years at Nebraska so far for Barthel, and his team he's got 2 running backs over 100 yards in 2 games, 1 per year, and only 1 against a Big Ten opponent. So, I mean, that's where I think people are a little bit questioning maybe a raise or whatever it might be to keep him. But at the same time, I mean, like you said, there's been other struggles on in the rushing game on the offense, so it doesn't completely fall on EJ Barthel, but I don't think, and I think also to a degree, Nebraska used to be running back U. I mean, Nebraska fans can list off 10, 12 different running backs that were just incredible here. And so I think not just Barthel's shortcomings, but the fact that you really haven't had much of a running game to show for the last, under Frost, going back to Mike Riley, even, back to Abdullah is kind of what we say. Yeah, there was the 1 year Zigbo had a good second half of the year or whatever. But I think that's kind of adding on the frustration for Husker fans is they just once what once was running back U is now nowhere close to it.
Yeah,
I think it's part of the coaching. It falls on the coaches, Bob. He has to take 100% credibility for his running backs play. Period. I mean, there's no way to run around it. That it's been a slack off the last couple of years. We don't have a pure number one here. We do now. I mean, not saying that Emma's a number one, but what else we got after that?
Well, here's the deal, though. See the problem you put yourself in, because now that we know you had to pay Emmett to keep him to stay. So now, if you find a gym, and if he's better than Emmett, yet will you play Emmett and not play him? You understand what I'm saying? So I think for EJ, the running backs they can't put the ball on the ground, and I think he's got to put some 100-yard rushers together to earn
about 10.
Yeah, I mean that's all of them.
100-yard rushers, like the old days. Like Amon Green, 1,800 yards. Lawrence Phillips, 500 yards in 3 games. The wee backs. You need, both Holster. Those Amir type of running backs.
Well, and here's the deal: they've got to keep paying all their guys. I mean, they've been doing it. I mean, you got a $1.4 million tight ends coach. Pay the man. That ain't much. Running backs ain't much. You paying the position coach 1.4. Get us the break, y'all. Get us the break.
All right, you listen to the Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back after this break.
Jeez.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow showers throughout the day. It'll be breezy and cold with a high of 0. Tonight, a chance of snow showers, otherwise cloudy and cold, a low of -7. And tomorrow, with heat flurries possible, otherwise decreasing clouds, continued cold temps, a high of 4 above. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. Nebraska baseball finishes their weekend in Arizona with a 2-2 record as they come back to the frozen tundra of Lincoln. The Huskers dropped their final game to Grand Canyon University by a score of 3-1, despite a strong start from Jackson Brockett. Brockett got the no decision after going 6 innings, allowing 6 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 3. Drew Christo came in relief and allowed 2 runs in 1 1/3 innings, picking up the loss. Nebraska struck first with a run in the first inning on a Dylan Carey groundout that brought Caden Brumbaugh in to score. GCU then got a solo homer in the 5th and 2 runs off a double in the 8th to get the win. The Huskers will head back south, this time to Louisiana, for a 3-game set with the Ragin' Cajuns starting on Friday, February 21st. In the other stickball sport, Nebraska softball earned 2 conference honors, with Ava Cusack and Jordy Ball bringing home co-Big Ten Player of the Week and co-Big Ten Pitcher of the Week, respectively. Cusack hit .643 with 6 home runs in 5 games, as Nebraska went 5-0 at the Troy Cox Classic. Cusack homered in 4 of Nebraska's 5 games, including tying the Nebraska Big Ten record with 3 home runs as part of a 4-for-4 day against Montana in the final game of the tournament. Ball went 2-0 in her 2 appearances in the circle, both starts, tossing 10 shutout innings and allowing only 2 singles while striking out 13 batters. One of her starts, versus Montana, she tossed a no-hitter, her 4th of her college career and 1st in a Huskers uniform. Nebraska gets back on the dirt Thursday, February 20th, against number 24 Baylor at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Both Huskers basketball teams will be in action this Wednesday. The men get more Sky Miles as they head to State College to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions at 5:30. That game can be seen on Big Ten Network. The women look to right the ship, having lost 3 of their last 4 contests with a home game versus the Oregon Ducks. That game is the annual Play for K Pink Game, promoting cancer awareness. You can watch that game at 7:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. We are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
I'll say now, Brad.
Excavating.
All righty, y'all. We are here for hour number 2. Captain Mike sounds good.
It's supposed to.
Hey, welcome to.
They said we gotta upgrade our equipment. So Rollo has been fired.
Yeah.
It hurt me, I like Rollo. He's good people.
Now, I came across a text on Twitter the other day, and income freshman Jeremiah Jones has set goals for himself this year. He's a 4-star receiver. I think he's out of Miami, ain't he? Where is he from? Bot?
Go check it.
But I think he's from Miami. I don't know where he's from, but he has set huge goals for his freshman year at Nebraska. His goals include 7 TDs, 40 receptions, and 700 yards. You think he can do that?
No.
But is it good for a income freshman have to set goals like that? Because some just want to touch the field. Some just want to play special teams. Some just want to, play 4 games in a red shirt. But with him setting his goals like this, 40 catches, 700 yards, 7 TDs, that's a good freshman start, though, if he was to eclipse that mark.
Yeah, can it be done? Absolutely. But if you just look at the room, that ain't enough balls. You got 2 studs coming from Kentucky.
Yeah.
You got 2 studs still in the room. So that's 4. I would imagine there's room. There's probably 4 studs in the room. So that's 6. So I don't know if there's enough balls. And if he does, that means he's phenomenal. And he'll do better than that. But I want to get back to I want to make sure, because sometimes, Terrell, we forget about the text line after we put something out there, and then they chime in, and then we don't get back. So I want to get back. Drumstick says this: $500,000 to coach running backs. That's preposterous, says Drumstick. Justin says this: would you rather have Emmett Johnson or A.J. Allen at the moment?
Emmett.
Okay. You think? Bach?
Yeah, so far into their career, A.J. Allen's a little bit lost at the running back position in Miami. They did bring one of their better, portal transfers over from Oregon State this past season. But yeah, Emmett seems to have a little bit more hold of what at least his role is going into this season.
Okay. C. Munden says he was trying to leave because he was the best player and being pulled out of the game every time he busted a long run. Who made that call? Was that the running backs coach? or the offensive coordinator?
I don't know, but it did seem to happen. I know what he's saying. He'd make these big runs, and then you'd put Dowdell or even Ives, somebody in at the goal line to take the.
Who made that call? I mean, think about this one. In the bowl game, the player of the game was who? Ramir, right?
Yep.
Remember, he had that drive. He was spectacular on that drive. And what did we do? Who made this call to put Quentin Ives in to score the touchdown?
Well,
who made the call?
Probably the coordinator, because you go to a heavy line. Because you go to a goal line offense, and Emmett is not built for the goal line, probably.
Emmett, I ain't talking about Emmett. I'm talking about Ramir. And if you telling me, matter of fact, I'll give you the play. They put Ty Robinson in at fullback.
Yeah, this goal line,
bruh. Anybody can run behind Ty Robinson and score.
But how big is Ramir?
Yeah, bruh, this is not no big package. It don't matter how big they are. They don't. Quentin Ives hasn't done anything all year to say that he deserved to get in on the big package just to score the touchdown. I'm just asking.
225.
Listen, bro. I got Ty Robinson, the biggest fullback in Nebraska history, in front of me. Anybody could score that. Let's not stop acting like you put a big back in because he was going to have to bust through.
I wish Ty Robinson would run my way. I'd take them knees out.
Yeah, well, yes, because you're smart. But I agree with you. Somebody's got to make the – I'm just saying, if we're giving out raises, there has to be expectations with raises, period. All right? Kupsker says this, Georgia, Texas, and Bama still have a back to go to when they need it. Nebraska hasn't had that type of back in years since probably Amir Abdullah. Emmett has been the guy, in my opinion, we just never went to him. A running back, the more they play, the better they get. The more they get hit, the more they start to understand where the hits are coming from. And I just thought we never let a guy get in rhythm at all. 1569 says he also ran off A.J. Allen when he got there. I do kind of remember that.
A.J. Allen, by the way, now at FIU. So he transferred as well out of Miami. That doesn't mean that he could have a very successful year this year. But I guess you would say it didn't work out at Miami either.
Well, here's the deal. If I'm a running back, why would I want to go to a school with 5 other me's? I don't understand it. You will not touch the ball. Go where you are wanted and needed, not where you're one of, unless you are set to be the best of. I think you go where you're wanted and needed. I would rather play football than watch football.
Well, I think you do that, at that stage of the career. I think that made sense for him. Is to at first you want to hope that you're the best running back in college football and you can rise above anything. But at a certain point, when you're getting closer to the end of your career, it starts to, the realization starts to happen. You might not get a whole lot of carries if you stay at this level. Find a school, like you said, that will make you the number one back.
Big B says, you got to love a kid that set the bar high for himself. That can only help the rest of that room out. Because if they're looking at that saying a freshman wants to do this, we all better get on board and be better as well. I like the wishful thinking. I like how we think, but you got to get the ball thrown to you to be able to do that. Augie says, maybe a few more Benjamins will make him a better coach. Question mark.
I guess.
Terrell, that's a question mark. You want to take a stab
But
at
maybe
that?
to have a better resume. I mean, coaches' job security is based off resumes from how their players exceed on the field. Now, if you want to say you never had a 1,000-yard rusher on your resume, then hey, that's on you.
Well, the upside is he's got another year to prove himself. He's got till 2027 to prove himself. He's got 2 years to do it. The downside is if we get to 2027 and we still don't have a 1,000-yard rusher and we give them another $250,000 because Penn State and Texas are allegedly interviewing him, or they're interested, then what are we doing? Okay? We cannot. This should be the last year, and I'm going to talk about it every day next year if it happens. But if we are a mediocre, middle-of-the-road team again, 7-5, if we're 7-5 or worse, and we give out a raise, I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it's right. Now, if they go out there and they ball out like I think we can do, then, hey, and here, let me just throw this caveat. You can't justify paying a player. Your players make more money than your coaches. How do you justify that? So, I say give them the raise, give them the money, but can we get some type of results for our money? Do we just got to keep on giving out the money and not get any results and think that, hey, everything's great in Nebraska. Next year's going to be better. So money should equate wins.
Well, and I think part of it too, I think obviously is keeping up with the Joneses is what they're trying to do, and again, these interviews definitely help him from big time programs coming in and wanting to take a look at him. For what it's worth, though, if you're kind of thinking about a running back, and I know the response to this is all these guys kind of have, you could name some running backs here, but the 450 that he will be getting this year. There are plenty of running backs coaches across the country that get more than that. North Carolina, Oregon, Illinois, all pay their running back coach $500,000. Michigan State, $525,000. North Carolina State, $548,000. Kentucky, Texas, Florida State, Texas Tech, all at $550,000. It kind of keeps on going up from there. Notre Dame, Arizona State, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Missouri, Oklahoma, Auburn, Michigan. LSU's paying their running back coach $1 million. So
my homeboy was making 8 something before he took that job.
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot, and but these numbers are moving up every year, not just in players and what they're getting, but the coaches' salaries. So if you just kind of woke up from 2013 and saw this, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And to the normal folk, of course, $500,000 is a lot of money. But I suppose it's again, like I said, kind of keeping up with the Joneses of college football.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep up with the Joneses, but there's got to be some proof in the pudding, and we've got to see we got to get some return on our investment. And that's not just with EJ, that's with the entire shebang, because we've had a complete rehaul in year 2. This is a complete rehaul, bro. Offense and defense and special. Listen. The only thing that really remained consistent is Coach Rule. Other than that, there's been changes across the board at the bottom. EJ Barthel has been there. The linebackers coach, I think, has been there. Mm-hmm. Other than that, who's been in that same position for 2 years, in their same position?
Coach Raiola.
Okay, that's 3.
I think you'd be getting pretty close to about it.
So 3 coaches are still in the same spot where they started with Coach Rule. 3. Man, come on. This is year 2. And I get it. You got to fix it. But when you don't have any consistency, when you have turnover at the workplace, there will never be consistency because there's too much turnover. Go ahead, Bach. You sound like you have one.
All right, yeah, we got to get to break, so we'll be right back here after this on the Cat.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fear's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fear's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fear's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Well, it's the middle of winter, the holidays are over, and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is! Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back! Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of snow showers throughout the day. It'll be breezy and cold with a high of 0. Tonight, a chance of snow showers, otherwise cloudy and cold, a low of -7. And tomorrow, with heat flurries possible, otherwise decreasing clouds, continued cold temps, a high of 4 above. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher, 93.7 The Ticket, and theticketfm.com.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com. Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
$93.7 The Ticket. The Captain Show. I don't know what the heck going on with Terrell Farley. He's late. Back to the mic.
I'm right here.
Okay, there he is. There he is. I heard your voice. I just didn't see
you
it.
know, when you talk to the owner, you forget the show.
Oh, wow. Smack, smack. Forget it.
Nah, I just had this. We were trying to get some off our chest.
Oh, okay. Will you get it off?
Yeah.
Okay, let me read these texts, and then you can get something else off your chest real quick. But Bill and Bennett finally says something smart. I was thinking this way, but I said I'd rather let it come from the text. The black shirt versus Ty Robinson. Sorry, Terrell, but I think you would lose that battle. You might you might even lose more than your baby against Ty.
Ty won't get 2 steps before I be in his face at his kneecaps. Just make a clog in the backfield, Bach. That's what you do.
I'm not gonna say that.
That's the thing.
I've seen you do it
That's the
before.
thing. No, you're never scared in football, Bach. You're never scared. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your body to make a play.
Antonio Roque. Eu falo portuguesa. He says, sending love and light from Portugal. You see that?
Yeah.
You got somebody all the way from Portugal listening to the captain. Antonio. Shout out to you, man. They're speaking. I hope they're speaking. I wonder is that ain't Magno. I got to see who that is. Portugal. What are you doing in Portugal? Have you ever been to Portugal, you guys?
No.
Huh. I want to go to Portugal one day. I think that'd be fun. Anyway, thanks for that, man. Appreciate you. Happy birthday, I Am Hip. I Am Hip's birthday is today. Southbacker Dan wanted us to make sure we did that. Todd Husker Biker says, sadly, we are seeing load management in college football. Whatever happened to having an every down running back or receiver? Husker Biker. That's out the door. Unless you get those backs that say.
I think we see load management at Nebraska. I don't see it anywhere else.
True. Abe and Rosalie says, you go where the money is. Show me the money. Yeah? No?
I don't know. Yeah.
Mark, you running for the money? Where do you think Texas would have hired him as a running backs coach?
They were at least in contact with him.
And was it
that's
based,
what he says.
Right. Was it based on what would that have been based on? What would the merit be, though?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I asked you guys. I mean, what would be the response if he left? And I don't think it would be, oh, no. I think it would be, oh, okay, well, I guess we need a running back coach.
Oh, we got to go find a running back coach. We got to replace a great one. Who we going to get?
Yeah, but was that, again, when we saw the up and down, up again, down again, as far as with Emmett, like in the game, out the game, not playing. When we saw that, was that an EJ thing or was that a Sat thing? See, that has to be ironed out. Because if I'm the running backs coach, right, then I'm playing the running back that I want to play. That's what you get paid to do, right?
Is he better than Applewhite?
Ugh. That's tough, man. I mean, I don't know. That's tough.
Hasn't been so far.
I can't put him in better than Applewhite. Applewhite had a 1,000-yard rusher, didn't he?
Close to it.
Close to it.
I mean, right there.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what the question is who does this blame fall on? They obviously, you're bringing in the new offensive coordinator, and that's the hope. I hopefully, with their offensive coordinator, obviously they had him the last 3 games. But hopefully he can revive this and get it going. But as far as where's the blame land, it seemed to have landed on your offensive coordinator, but you keep him around. And then there was a little bit of blame, maybe, and not even blame. It was just, your new offensive coordinator wanted a different wide receivers coach. So you were maybe a little blame there, but then you were going to keep him around. He ended up leaving. But for the offensive failures, it's kind of interesting because the offensive line coach and now the running back coach get raises. And so is there, it doesn't appear there was much blame falling on them.
Well, when you say the offensive coordinator wanted a new receiver coach, I think everybody wanted a new receiver coach. I don't think that young kid McGuire could coach these guys. I mean, you can teach, but can you coach? That's that's a different thing. You teach them in the meetings, but you coach them on the field. And I don't think they was coached like they should have been.
Your two transfer guys that you went and got, how old are they? They was 24, 25 years old.
Who that? Banks in there?
Yeah, Banks in there.
Yeah.
So, they're just as old as you. And so it's kind of hard to can you do it? Yeah, but is it hard? It's so hard because you're asking peers I know more than my coach. Anytime you have a receiver at any position, say, I know more than my coach, you got a problem.
Banks 23.
Yeah. How old was the coach? 24?
About 23.
Yeah, I think it was around 25, 24.
Yeah, I'm just simply saying. So that was tough on him altogether. That was a tough position for him to be in. But guess what? It catapulted him to be able to go back. Now he get to go back and work for who?
His dad, Joey.
Hey, look for McGuire to be a head coach in this league in the next 10, 20 years. Watch for it. He get to learn under his dad now. And now they can justify it because he was a coach at the University of Nebraska.
You know what he coaches now?
No, what does he coach?
He's a running backs coach.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. What?
Got to be something there offensively for him.
Wait a minute. He's the wait. He's the running backs coach?
That's right.
25.
How much he getting paid?
I'd have to look that up.
Let's see who's getting more, him or EJ. This ought to be interesting here. This here is worth all the money. I'll go to some text while you look that up. This is worth all the money. 3576 says this. Hold on. Look like Greg and Beatrice, but Greg, I can't. All right, there it is. My daughter was playing volleyball at Bellevue West on Sunday. I was looking around I was looking around between games and found these amazing athletes on the wall of fame right next to each other. Let's see who this is. Oh! Eric Strickland and Mr. Cluster Johnson. And then who is that at the bottom? I think he just wants me to talk about Eric Strickland and Cluster Johnson. Whatever. We love those guys. PacFan72 said, would love to see Amon Green as running back coach at Nebraska. I think Amon was interested in the job as running backs coach, but I don't think he ever got considered as a running backs coach. We have to ask Amon that. It's a great question for him, Terrell.
Yeah, and as far as the salary, Garrett McGuire's, by the way, as we know, Nebraska likes to be on top of that stuff. It's harder to find Garrett McGuire, so I'm still looking.
It's kind of hard to get that.
Is Texas Tech a private institution?
I don't believe so. I'm not seeing anything.
Maybe they but they got a lot of money, man. They got money to hide that stuff now. He's the running backs coach. Wow. Nepotism is real, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. Oh, Justin put me on place. He says, I am hip's birthday was 3 days ago. Who's the wise guy? Who's the wise guy? Thanks, Justin. Did you find anything or not? If not, let's move on.
No, I'm not finding it.
Shout out to Garrett McGuire, man. You talk about putting a resume together. He's only 23. He got Nebraska on it. Wide receivers coach. Now he's
Carolina.
Yes. This guy's even 25 yet. He's got a better resume than a whole bunch of people I know.
He is 25 now.
Yeah, I'd say he's 25. Barely 25. Oh, he just turned 25. But I'm saying he's barely 25 years old. And shout out to him, man. I would love to know what he's making, though. I want to know if he's making more than EJ.
Well, it's interesting, just to kind of think through it, because again, he was offered at least at Nebraska to stay on. You wondered what that role would look like. Obviously, probably not going to be as big a role as a running backs coach. So understanding why he took that role, but obviously the struggle. I mean, again, Dana Holgorsen was not shy about saying, and you could see it. I mean, we all saw it on the tape, but Holgorsen even saying it, even brought it even more to close to what we've seen, is that the wide receivers really struggled. They struggled in man press coverage. They struggled in perimeter blocking. I mean, so it's interesting to see him move from there to the running back position under his father again, and at Texas Tech, where we've talked about them before. I think you picked them to win the Big 12 because of how well they did it in NIL this offseason. A lot of that due to their GM. So it'll be interesting to see where the McGuires go, where Nebraska goes, and hopefully the running backs, again, under Dana Holgorsen. I think that's a big part of this hope. There's, going into year 3, yes, that's Matt Rule's jump year, but there's so much change that it typically wouldn't be good, right? Well, you like to see consistency in coaching. That usually helps. But if you have consistently bad coaching, that's not going to help. But all these changes, I think a big part of the reason why everybody has this belief Nebraska is going to take a jump is obviously Dana Holgorsen, and that should reflect well if it does happen. If they do take that offensive jump on Donovan Raiola, on EJ Barthel, on Coach Satt at tight ends, on everybody. DeKel Schwartz at wide receiver on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we just got to see that the proof's got to be in the pudding, man. I can't wait to see it. I'm not gonna say I'm excited about this season like I was all the rest of them. I'm not. I'm more excited to see practice and see what that looks like. How's practice gonna be ran, and I think the way practice is ran will tell you how the season is gonna be, the way it's ran. 93.7 the ticket. We'll be right back.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fierce Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fierce Cheese Spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, Why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fuhr's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays. Games of bowling, shoe rental, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Well, it's the middle of winter, the holidays are over, and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is. Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back. Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bada Bing asked a question. He says, Captain, how could you say you're not excited about this season like last? I think Dana Holgerson Mike Eckler will fix the problems we had last year. Where did your Kool-Aid go? I told you 10 and what did I say? 10 and 2?
Yeah.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm not excited about it. I'm gonna be very calm, cool, and collective about it. And then we can figure out everything else once I see what it looks like. But I'm not getting too excited. I'm anxious to get this season going. I'm anxious to see with all of the changes, how does Coach Rule put that together and make a perfect suit. But other than that, I'm not gonna get too excited just yet, buddy. I'll get excited when we're 7-8-0. Then I'll get excited. 5-0 ain't good enough because that means, 5-0, that means we beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get excited at 5-0. Period. Justin said it froze up with the cold weather. Bada bing. Anyway, what else y'all got? Uh-oh. Thunder Night Collins said, it's okay, VJ. I've got a 5-gallon jug of Big Red Kool-Aid, and I will save some for you once we hit August 1st.
So usually I can hold off on the Kool-Aid till summer hits, but then once summer's there, it's hard. It's hard not to get excited and buy in.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? VJ, have you Coach Rule's number and ask him why he won't hire AG for running backs coach? Old Dad 34, no. I will not use my so-called privileges to call another man and say, well, why don't you? That's Amon's. He has to call him and say, hey, why didn't you hire me? Not for me. Not for me. Bill and Bennett said, AG probably making more money coaching and playing video games anyway. No?
I don't know. Maybe it does pay $450,000 for him.
Don't know about that one, buddy. I don't think so. Coaches got the best jobs in America, if you ask me. 4585 ask a question. Has the shootout with Strick changed days and times?
No, call the show. Ask him. Don't know.
Well, do you know, Bach?
I'm not sure. I think at one point they did consolidate as far as they weren't doing it every day, but I'm not sure.
But the Strick's time changed? Everybody's time kind of changed a little bit, right? Since we went through this new format?
Yeah, to a degree. So Strick should still be pretty similar to what he was. I mean, earlier was 2 to 4. So yeah, I mean, if that's what he's looking for, I see where he's coming. Yeah, so shootout with Strick might have been at 2:45 around this time. Yes, it's moved because the show has moved.
Yeah, there you go. So what time Strick comes on right after us at 3?
Yeah.
So just stay tuned a little bit, and you might be able to catch that shootout with Strickland. But you got the captain today. Okay, what else you got, Bob? Give me the fast finish.
Colorado football coach Deion Sanders has finished another recruiting season in Boulder, and it's as unusual as the first one. No in-home visits for recruits, no off-campus visits to high schools. The university confirmed this after USA Today Sports requested records of any recruiting trips he made the last year after not making any the season before that. Sanders primarily has recruited, of course, transfer players. Those aren't generally recruited, by going to their homes anyway. So that could be part of the reason he's still having success by not going off campus. So again, his off-campus visits total 0. By contrast, since December 2022 to February 2024, Matt Rule, of course, that same time frame, has made 486 off-campus contacts. So it's again, and Matt Rule's doing it the way, maybe a little bit more, but doing it the way that is typically done in coaching. And Coach Deion Sanders is, of course, trying to blaze his own path. He's got these shows on Amazon Prime. He just has another show on Tubi. He relies a lot on his celebrity status to get the players that he does. So it's fascinating to see, how long, or maybe if, kid Coach Sanders, kid Coach Prime keep this up. It appears so. I mean, he just had a player win a Heisman. He's going to have his son drafted in the top 5. Of course, the big question is what they're going to be after this. But he's not budging. He's not going to people's houses.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the players that he's getting. I mean, if he flies their entire family out, right? Most of the times, a family. Well, let me ask you this: would you rather Deion Sanders come to your house? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Meet your family, or fly you and your family to Boulder, Colorado?
Yeah, again, it depends. It depends on preference. I'd personally rather probably go out there, but like you've said before, like when Tom Osborne came to your house, it was kind of the big deal of the neighborhood. So it'd be the same thing with Deion.
At the time.
Well, if Deion comes to my house, it'd be a big deal in my neighborhood now too.
Yeah, but it's even bigger deal if he flies your entire family to Boulder. So mom, dad, sister, brother, we're going on a trip, guys. All expense paid.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. A lot of people can't say they've been to Colorado before, and to say that you went to Boulder to go see the mountains and everything that has to offer out there, and you get to do it for free because you like my son. I think I mean, different strokes for different folks. Ours was Coach Osborne, but that ship has sailed. Coach Osborne can't walk in nobody else's house anymore, and that be enough. Matt Rule can't walk in a person's house like Coach Osborne did, and everybody in the neighborhood come out and be like, oh my God, Coach Osborne's out in his house right now. And you have 150 people gather outside in the projects. It don't work like that anymore. I don't think that football has that luster. People don't play for the love of the game anymore.
Well, I got one more update you from one former rival in Colorado to another in Wisconsin. This is, of course, Luke Fickell has had a tough start there at Wisconsin, and now it seems there's maybe a little bit of pressure there, and Barry Alvarez was applying that. He said, Barry Alvarez was quoted saying, "We worked our fannies off to start winning, win championships, and be good, go to bowl games every year, and damn it, we did it better than everyone for 20-some years. After not going for like a million years. These guys have to fight their ass off to get back in that groove. They have a responsibility. I don't like where we are at right now. They need to bounce back and put this program back where it belongs." That's Barry Alvarez talking about Luke Fickell after the 5-7 season. Remember, that was the last time that the Badgers missed a bowl game like they did this past year was in the year 2001. Long ago, actually under Barry Alvarez. But man, that's a lot of pressure being put. That's the legend there in Wisconsin, right? Is Barry Alvarez. So to put that on the current coaches, that's a statement.
Yeah, well, Barry, as much of a spark plug Barry is, he would probably go back and try to coach himself. That's what I mean. So somebody has to stand up and say something. At least if the legend's saying something, that hold weight. Because it seems to me we'd be like, oh man, nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room when you're bad. Everybody wants to be like, oh, just be quiet about it. It's going to get better. Wait till next year. Next year may promise.
Yeah, you're right. I got something right quick. Jody Ball is the National Softball Player of the Week. 625 batting average, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, 10 innings pitch, 13 Ks, 0 ERA, and
wow,
no hitter.
Shout out. Jeez. What about you, Bach? What's coming up next?
Well, On the Block will be coming up next year on the show. I'm going to go home and hang out with my son.
I tell you what, we can't wait till tomorrow, but we are going to wait till tomorrow. I got some special information that I want to release to y'all. Tomorrow, you got to make sure you Window World Wednesday with Todd Euler tomorrow. Make sure you guys.
Euler's not going to be in. I don't know if he's not going to be.
Oh, that's
there.
right. Euler's not going to be.
I don't know if he's going to send somebody or what.
Okay,
so
I'll
we'll
call
wait
him.
and see.
There'll still be a Window World with me and Terrell and Bach, though, right?
That's right.
All right. Other than that, we want to thank you guys for riding with us for the fastest 2 hours in radio. The old captain's What?
Kurt Franklin.
Get us out of here, Terrell, because see, that's what you do.
You got your Kurt Franklin beat on. Go ahead.
That's not me. We working on it. We're getting it together. Hey, thank y'all for riding. 93.7 The Ticket, The Captain Show. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Well, it's the middle of winter. The holidays are over and the weather is unpredictable. Isn't there anything to look forward to? You bet there is. Cash Blast from your Nebraska Lottery is back. Until April 1st, buy a 2x2 ticket and enter the voucher number online for a chance to win one of 7 weekly drawings for $5,000 or $500. And if your voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket, your prize is doubled. Hey, there's nothing like a little green to cure the winter blues. 2x2 top prize odds, 1 in 105,000.
Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bocfest at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlag